Coming up on DC News Now.
It's a scary situation.
Several people have been hurt in a house fire in Virginia. What we're learning about their condition. Plus, Alexandria school employees on leave after a student with special needs wandered away from an elementary school.
Pretty nasty storm system is on its way toward the DMV. We'll let you know what impact we could see from this on Thursday.
Then, negative self-talk can really harm your mental health. We're talking about how to treat yourself better this Wellness Wednesday.
Beautiful, isn't it?
And it's Masters Week, the most historic tournament in golf, drawing tens of thousands to Augusta, Georgia.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Annalisa Gale.
And I'm Tosin Fakile in for Mark this afternoon. We'll get to those top stories in just a moment, but we always want to start with a check on our forecast.
And taking a live look outside right now, looking pretty decent. It was nice and warm, a bit sunny over there in Prince George's County right before I left.
It was the same thing I saw in Montgomery County, and the big question is how much longer is this nice temperature going to last? Well, let's check in with meteorologist Damon Matson. So, Damon, how is tomorrow shaping up? Because I heard Annalisa say it's the first warm day?
Yes. Yeah, it does look like it's going to get a little bit nasty out there on our Thursday there. DMV first warm day in place. We are going to talk about that in just a second. But yeah, we did pick up a little bit of that sunshine. Clouds have been rolling in and out throughout the day, however, but that did not stop our temperatures. Look at that, folks. Once again, we warmed up nicely. 70s, common area wide here. We saw some of our warmer temperatures where there was a little bit more sunshine down toward Manassas at 78, Waldorf, the one spot reaching to 81, and then DC a very nice 75 degrees at this current hour. So it turned out to be another pretty nice day. If you didn't mind these clouds, there they are. Again, we caught a little bit of a break from the late morning into the early afternoon with more sunshine around, but we're seeing another wave of those clouds really start to fill in as we head into the evening here. So we should expect more of an overcast sky as we head into the night, and that cloud cover will eventually lead to rainfall. That very potent storm system that was down over Texas yesterday has moved across the southeast into parts of Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and eventually this system is going to start moving north and east, and it will bring some of that very unsettled weather they're seeing along the Gulf Coast and in the southeast there up to us here in the DMV. So in the short term, we're just going to have plenty of clouds. Mild temperatures are going to continue. We can't totally rule out a few spotty showers here and there, but for the most part, rain chances stay minimal as we go into the night tonight. But we're expecting a couple waves of steadier rain, even a few thunderstorms on your Thursday. We'll time all of that out and let you know what impacts we could potentially see from this incoming storm system. That's all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thanks so much. Well, developing now, 5 people have been injured in a Clifton, Virginia house fire.
And 2 of those people have life-threatening injuries. Our Leonard N. Fleming talked to friends of the family that were inside the home with children during that fire. He joins us live with the latest. Leonard, what have you learned so far?
Well, this close-knit neighborhood, they are in total shock here. You can see fire officials are finishing up the cleanup of this property here. And friends of the family, they've told me that there were children inside this house, and they are the ones who are seriously injured right now when this house went up in flames earlier this morning.
I mean, it's a scary situation. We just hope for the best for the family.
Isaac Hill lives on Whetstone Manor Court, a few doors down from where a home with a family loved and cherished in this close-knit neighborhood suffered a fire Wednesday morning. Neighbors tell DC News Now that the home is owned by grandparents and that a husband and wife and 4 young boys live in the house.
Hopefully everybody's okay. I know there's a lot of support by the local fire departments.
Fairfax County fire and rescue officials say that the fire broke out shortly after 9 a.m. and that 2 unknown family members were trapped inside.
Shortly thereafter, we were able to rescue 2 occupants from the structure. We did transport 5. 2 were life-threatening, and then 3 were non-life-threatening to local hospitals.
Dan Shaw is the assistant chief for the Fairfax County Fire Department who was on scene. He says he didn't have details about where the 2 people were trapped or if they are children.
Unknown where in the structure, but they were in the structure.
Multiple neighbors of the family described them as kind and that the children played with other kids in the area.
It's a tough situation. A lot of people knew the family and know the family and again, are here to support them for whatever they may need in recovery.
Fire officials still have not released any information about the occupants who were seriously injured, and fire officials did tell me that it may take several weeks for this investigation to be completed. Reporting from Clifton, Virginia, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now. Back to you.
Leonard, thank you for that report. New details out of Alexandria tonight, where several top leaders at Jefferson Houston School are now on administrative leave. It comes after a DC News Now report revealed a 4-year-old student with special needs wandered several blocks away from the elementary school during the school day. This was back in March. DC News Now's Randy Bass is at the school this afternoon. And Randy, today you spoke to both the child's mother and heard from the school superintendent.
Yeah, Tosin, I had a chance to talk with both of them today. We hadn't heard from Alexandria City Public Schools until today, when we got the letter that was sent home to families here at Jefferson Houston K-8 school in Alexandria, letting families here know that both the head of schools and the academic principal would be on an administrative leave until further notice, as this incident is under investigation. Their move comes just 5 days after our report, but almost 3 weeks after the incident itself on March 19th, when the superintendent called deeply concerning in her letter. 4-year-old Riley's mother, Brianna Davis Suggs, first told DC News Now's Haley Milon when she went to pick up her daughter, who is nonverbal and has autism, from school that day, she was nowhere to be found. Riley had wandered off school grounds. They found her several blocks away. A bus driver saw her near the busy King Street Metro station. That bus driver took her to police, who reunited her with her mother. Riley hasn't been back to school since this all happened. I talked to her mother on the phone today. She's just as rattled as when we first spoke with her last week.
These 4 years have been, the best years of my life, just being a mother. So for her to, be lost, I'm afraid for my daughter to actually go to school.
So in my conversation with Davis Suggs today, she told me she hasn't stopped fighting for Riley since this all happened several weeks ago. She is looking into potential legal action here, while she's also looking for a new school for her daughter, Riley. Live in Alexandria, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thanks so much. Well, happening soon, financial relief is on the way for Port of Baltimore workers and families following the deadly bridge collapse. Now, Governor Wes Moore signed the emergency legislation into law yesterday. The $60 million relief plan is part of the Protecting Opportunities and Regional Trade Act, also known as the Port Act. The money will go towards port employees who are without work. Part of that funding will also go towards a scholarship to help the family members of the construction workers killed during that collapse. Small businesses impacted by the port closure will also get some relief.
Together with our partners in Unified Command, we've worked tirelessly to bring closure to the families, to clear the channel and open the vessel traffic to the Port of Baltimore, to take care of everyone affected by the crisis, and to rebuild the Key Bridge.
Now, in an effort to rebuild, Governor Moore also signed a bill that would rename the Port of Baltimore to the Helen Delic Bentley Port of Baltimore. Well, D.C. has launched a rebate program now to get more defibrillators into the community.
That's right. It is an effort to save lives, and leaders say they're especially focused on neighborhoods east of the river.
DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live now from Anacostia this afternoon. Daniel, this could help people, especially someone in case they're having a heart attack.
Annalisa, that's exactly why district leaders want people to learn hands-on CPRs, and they're encouraging businesses like the Anacostia Art Center to get AEDs. So God forbid somebody has a heart attack, you can save a life. Now, small businesses, houses of worship, small unit apartment buildings, and nonprofits are eligible to receive up to $400 for buying an AED or up to $750 for buying more than one. DC Fire and EMS Medical Director says back in 2018, they found 3 zip codes, all east of the river, had 57% of the district's cardiac arrests, but there were only 19 AEDs registered versus 36 on a single block in downtown DC. Now, that's since improved with police officers carrying AEDs. Sergeant Tarika Hooks, the district's cardiac arrestment improvement officer, lost her dad to a heart attack in 2019 in this area. She says the bystander who called 911 didn't know CPR or have an AED nearby.
He stayed on the scene and he directed the EMTs to where he was, but with my knowledge, I know that if he would have gotten, when he fell and gotten the CPR that he had needed, that the outcome could have been different.
And so something easy you can do to help out is download the Pulse Point app right here. If somebody is within a quarter mile of your location in need of CPR, you'll get notified. And in that app, it will also notify you where the nearest AED is that's publicly registered. This program is for all of D.C., but the focus and outreach will largely focus here in Ward 8. We're live in Anacostia. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
Important information there, Daniel. Thank you. Well, today, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin vetoing 2 companion bills that would have allowed local governments to charge an additional sales tax for school construction. So here's how that would have worked. Localities would have had to hold a referendum asking voters to approve an additional 1% sales tax. If it was approved, the money generated would go towards school construction and renovation in those communities. However, Youngkin vetoed the measure, saying, quote, this proposal would result in a nearly $1.5 billion a year tax increase on Virginians.
Some of our schools across our rural Virginia are not handicap accessible. Some of our schools have asbestos and mold issues. Some of our schools have leaky roofs and ceilings that are just not conducive for students to learn in.
These bills did pass the General Assembly in Virginia with bipartisan support. It is unknown if lawmakers have the necessary votes to override Governor Youngkin's vetoes when they reconvene next week.